Hello and welcome to Puerto Rico. Welcome to Puerto Rico headline news for July 15th, 2020. If you are heading to Puerto Rico or maybe you have family traveling here, you have to watch this video.
Top stories from around the island. To the point. Without the fluff. Puerto Rico headline news. Please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell notification.
Welcome to Puerto Rico. Not. The governor of Puerto Rico announced last month that tourists would be welcome to visit here starting on July 15th, 2020. Just hours before a new phase of the economic opening came into effect, Governor Wanda Vasquez issued a new executive order on June 30th to establish new rules for travelers arriving at airports in the midst of the COVID-19 emergency. She explained that from now on, it would be mandatory for all passengers to wear a mask that covers the mouth and nose upon arrival in Puerto Rico and during their stay on the island. Travelers entering Puerto Rico must also have a COVID-19 test taken 72 hours prior to traveling to Puerto Rico, and they must bring along their test results. If they traveled to Puerto Rico and did not have the mandatory test done before, they will have to take one and remain in quarantine until they have their results. Once the person decides to travel to Puerto Rico, they have two main requirements. First, to undergo the molecular test, and second, fill out an information sheet that will be available electronically on the Department of Health website. However, many passengers who arrived today at Luis Muñoz Marin International Airport were unaware that they had to bring a negative result from a molecular test, although many thought that they would be tested at the airport. A man on a flight from Philadelphia said that he was not informed that he had to fill out a traveler's declaration form and that he did not know about the online portals where he needs to enter his information. He added that he was also not informed about those requirements while on the plane. When the same man was asked if he would be in quarantine for 14 days, he replied, "I was not told I would need to do anything like that." The Department of Health Secretary Lorenzo Gonzalez argued that the government is making efforts to deal with the situation, and he repeated his call that people who plan to travel here without first having a negative test result to COVID-19 should not visit the island at this time. The population is being told, if you don't have the negative 72-hour test, you're going to be put into quarantine. Do not assume that you will receive a test result in 2, 3, or 4 days. It's better not to come to Puerto Rico if you don't have a negative test, he said. So that's the latest information regarding travelers and tourists heading into Puerto Rico and the requirements to be able to be allowed in. Now, the Department of Health Secretary Lorenzo Gonzalez did make sure that everyone understand that we avoid at all cost having friends or relatives or anyone traveling from outside into Puerto Rico, making sure that they do not stay with any friends or family without having been tested and knowing that they're not infected with COVID-19. There has been some cases in just the last couple of days with families down in Yauco who had families visiting from the States, did not know they were infected, arrived to Puerto Rico and sadly infected other family members. Yesterday, there was some breaking news as well in Camuy, in the Quebrada area. Same thing. They were at a gathering where there were friends and relatives that had come in from the United States, did not know they were infected, and it's just kind of spreading out. And there's other areas in Arecibo as well. So the situation with travelers coming into Puerto Rico is a serious thing. So once again, be very, very careful. If they do arrive, they've not been tested, they have no results. Be very careful. They should be in quarantine. So please keep that in mind. Now, I do invite you to check out PuertoRicoHeadlineNews.com. If you can't wait for a video, you can go here and catch all the latest breaking news. And then if you haven't done so yet, I have a Facebook group, Puerto Rico Headline News, and you can join there as well. And I post really important information on here. And you can also contribute to the conversations with questions and getting help with any questions you may have regarding anything to do with Puerto Rico. So once again, this has been Puerto Rico Headline News.